Welcome to yet another very interesting episode. Behind me you can see 5-tray convection oven and 4-tray 2-deck oven. Okay, so we want to illustrate and tell the differences, the advantages, the similarities, and which advantage over which, and why do you need a deck oven over a convection oven. All these answers will be answered in this episode. So the first thing we need to acknowledge that this convection oven is 5 trays. It has 5 trays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has a fan that helps in heat circulation. And this tray size, also the deck oven has 4 trays. Okay, this is the tray size, standard tray size. It's 60 centimeters long by 40 centimeters wide. You can see the same tray will fit here. Okay, so in terms of tray size, they have the same tray size. The other main difference, as you see, there is a fan here, there is no fan here. So let's go to the second thing. It's that this convection oven has equipped with steam technology, okay, which we can demonstrate. There has a steaming function. The deck oven can have the steam functions once you order, but it doesn't come as a standard. So you can see it has started steaming. This part has become, you can see when I open the steam. So this is ideal for production of soft golden brown bread. However, it doesn't mean that the deck oven cannot be equipped with steam. If you check in our videos, you'll see we have started having deck ovens with steam function. So if you are a bread baker, you might consider ordering your deck oven having a steam function. The purpose of steam is to give you that golden soft color on your crust, shiny golden brown color that allows you to sell your product easily, as opposed to one that has not been prepared with steam. So that is one of the main differences between the two. And then of importance, I need to emphasize that for the convection oven is 6.5 kilowatt and this is 13.5 kilowatt. So you see this will consume slightly more as opposed to this. But let's look at another major difference between the two. You can see in the convection oven, there is one control panel. With this panel, I'll control what is happening inside the oven in all the 5 trays. Let's go to the deck oven. Each deck, this is one deck, it has upper temperature control and bottom temperature control. There is another upper temperature control and another bottom temperature control. So it is 1 versus 4. So this here in this deck, I need to control 2 temperatures. I need to know which is my upper temperature and which is my lower temperature. For that, I just set once and everything bakes on perfectly. So, but that is also an advantage to this deck oven. It's a disadvantage if you are baking one product that requires one temperature in both decks, because you'll be forced to set the same temperature in 2 different decks. But this is an advantage for this. Why? Assuming you have different products that require different temperatures at the same time, which bakes at different time. For example, here you want to bake bread and at the same time bake queen cakes. So you will just do a simple thing. The upper deck will operate as an oven on its own. So you will segment the temperature for bread, the upper temperature and the lower temperature. Okay, maybe 220 degrees, 220 degrees there, and you will bake your bread from there. Then on the lower deck, you will put the queen cake, okay, and you'll set up maybe 200 or maybe 180 degrees. Put in your queen cakes, 180 degrees here, 180 degrees here, depending on the temperature that you bake with, and you will prepare 2 different products that require different temperatures with different recipes at the same time. This is not possible here. The reason is, as you see, you'll set one temperature here And that one temperature will control all the 5 trays, and therefore your product must be one product or related product that uses the same temperature at the same time. So this is an advantage of the deck oven over the convection oven. Another major advantage of the deck oven over the convection oven is when you are baking very thick cakes. For example, for some birthday cakes are very thick, more than 10 centimeters, and it would work well in this surface because deck oven heat up by conduction. So the heat is conducted up from the coils to this metal surface, then from this metal surface to your baking tin or to your baking tray. So the heat passes from here to there through conduction, and that is very good for very thick cakes, allowing them to bake inside in the deepest part of the cake because the heat is coming from conduction. Compare this, the convection oven can also handle it, but it's not good for thick cakes because of the fan system, and there is no conduction here. The heat is passing through hot air circulation, what we call convection oven system. So that's an advantage. If you are predominantly doing very thick cakes, you might consider a deck oven over a convection oven. And also, we need to emphasize on the fact that in terms of pricing, the convection oven is more expensive as opposed to a deck oven. Like this behind me is 330,000 versus 145,000. So this also is an issue to consider based on your baking budget that you want to spend. So I hope with these differences, advantages over disadvantages, and similarities between these ovens, I have clearly demonstrated to you the difference between commercial convection oven versus a deck oven. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope you learned very important details that will help you to make decisions for your bakery today. If you are starting or if you are upgrading, remember to follow us on our YouTube channel as Bakewave TV for more, and also on Facebook as Bakewave, Instagram as Bakewave, because we'll be giving you very important content. Thank you so much.